Well, welcome back. Green Mountain College in Vermont is now incorporating Judge Kavanaugh's confirmation fight into their curriculum. They're introducing what they're calling a pop-up class called Boys Will Be Boys to examine accusations of sexual assault at pivotal moments in history. But what message is this sending to students? Here to discuss is the media director for CampusReform.com, Cabot Phillips. Always love having you with us.
Happy to be here.
Thank you very much. So what about this pop-up course have we learned so far?
Well, we've learned that it's going to be focusing on the allegations against Justice Kavanaugh with a more historical context. And sexual assault is an important issue that should be discussed, especially on college campuses. I think the concern a lot of Americans have is when it's politicized and when it's turned into a left versus right issue.
And as we know, colleges and universities notorious for taking the left side.
Exactly. If the university plays the way that other universities have around the country, it's going to be something where this entire course is about how Kavanaugh is guilty and evil. And if anyone dares to support him or even question the process, they are wrong in the process. I think it's important for students to remember, just because you are calling for debate and for evidence does not make you a supporter of sexual assault. It makes you a supporter of due process. That fact has been forgotten by a lot of people, and I would hope the university offers a reasonable discussion, but again, if it's anything like what we've seen around the country, that won't be the case.
I would wonder if they offered pop-up courses when allegations were made against, say, former President Bill Clinton. I
highly doubt that is the case, and it's not just isolated to this instance here in Vermont. Our reporters at the Leadership Institute's Campus Forum broke a story last night. It's Southern Maine. The university was going to offer credit to students that came down to D.C. and lobbied Senator Collins to vote no on Kavanaugh. It was going to be university funding to do this. The university ended up pulling out at the last minute, probably fearing public backlash, which would have been the right thing. In Texas, a student was assaulted because they held a sign saying Kavanaugh is not guilty. This is something where there's no environment of discussion. Reasonable people can disagree on this issue, but when it comes down to you have to agree with us or we're going to harass and threaten you, that's the problem.
Yeah, and when you have law students, which we've heard about, law students from Georgetown, law students from Harvard, saying that there should be no discussion and no debate, that really takes it a step further, because those are the folks who should be standing up for justice and the way our legal system should work.
And professors as well. It's not just law students. They're getting it many times from professors where due process is being ignored in way of pushing political ideologies, political propositions. Again, that should be a concern for all Americans, whatever side of the issue you fall on this with Kavanaugh.
Now, these are very interesting. Let's talk about DePaul University. And they're actually forcing people to attend some of these left indoctrination lectures at the school in order to graduate. And there's a long list, but amongst them, a course called White Fragility, another one called Constructions of Masculinity. There's another one that deals with Islamophobia. You can see the list, the long list right there.
This is a running trend we've seen where a lot of schools are more concerned with producing social justice warriors than they are with producing productive members of society. One of the courses there talks about supporting marginalized communities. And I think it's ironic. I'm on college campuses with Campus Forum all the time, and a lot of the students I meet, it's conservative students kind of poking their head up saying, I can't make it known I'm conservative. On college campuses these days, conservative students are the marginalized groups on campus. And I think those are the people we should be talking about supporting. The university has different things in mind.
What does it mean, supporting marginalized communities?
People traditionally that have been pushed to the fray in society, people that don't get the same benefits and privileges that other people on campus do. And again, I would say that it's conservative students that are lacking in the most privilege and the most benefits. And that's why I'm doing the liberal privilege speaking tour right now, kind of pointing out that disparity of what's going on campus.
Well, we appreciate you doing that and continue to do it and bring any more information you get back to us.
Will do.
All right. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Well, the time now is about 6 minutes until the top of the hour, and we will be right back. Stay with us.